Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Vegans Are Mentally Ill, episode 11. Today, we're going to be talking about this person who commented on this post because I commented on this post. They replied to my comment, and you will see that delusion and insanity ensued. I'm just going to say that people who go vegan in the first place are likely dealing with some kind of mental health issue to start. And it's only exacerbated by being vegan because you don't get carnosine, creatine, vitamins B12 or B3, or other necessary nutrients. You also don't chew properly, need to chew meat to have healthy teeth, etc. So your brain is suffering, but you're constantly told that your brain isn't suffering. And that everything is fine, etc. But anyway, let's get into it. So I don't even know if this is true, okay? But you know what? It doesn't even matter if this is true because this has in fact happened more than once with these delusional vegans and vegetarians. I've heard of people feeding their dogs vegetarian diets, and in extreme cases, really extreme cases, that's okay. But for the most part, it's not. Anyway, a kitten in Australia nearly died after being fed only potatoes, rice, milk, and pasta by its vegan owners. Veterinarians saved it by giving it IV fluids and switching it to a meat-based diet, obviously, because cats are carnivores and there's nothing anyone can do about that. Zowie. Anyway, I merely commented, more proof veganism causes delusional thinking, because it does. Only a delusional person would feed a cat such a diet. Only a person not working with a full deck would feed a cat such a diet. Only a person who is cognitively impaired due to malnutrition would do that. Okay? Quote me. Anyway, this person commented right after my comment. She said, "Oh, you're living proof eating meat makes one stupid beyond measure. You're outraged these vegans hurt a cat inadvertently, but do you even shop cruelty-free? They torture kittens, puppies, and all sorts of babies and adult animals during animal testing, and it's likely you fund and support all that, and yet you think you can point fingers at any other." Okay, unfortunately, it is more than likely that close to 100% of people who live in the United States support animal testing indirectly. Okay, I don't like that fact, but it's a fact. All these major companies use animal testing. Any corporation uses animal testing. I don't agree with that, but we need shampoo, we need body wash, we need toothpaste, right? And it is so outrageous to suggest that every single person in the nation only shop at organic grocery stores, and even then you don't know if something's organic just because it's labeled organic, but I digress. That's the thing about veganism, is that it makes you a niche consumer, and people think that being a niche consumer is better than not being a niche consumer. It's so stupid. We have to live our lives, right? I think everyone would prefer there be no animal testing. Also, but the reality of it is that you just can't avoid that, unfortunately, as a normal person living here. I mean, maybe you can, but it's difficult. And also, just because you happen to buy those products out of convenience doesn't mean that you are like, "Oh, I'm buying these just so I can support animal testing." I don't know that there's any person who actually thinks that way and shops that way. I feel like that is just totally outrageous, and people really don't put that much thought into it. Okay? Anyway, this person is assuming that because I made that comment, more proof veganism causes delusional thinking, that I immediately support animal testing, and that yet you think you can point fingers at any other. Yeah, I do. I will point the finger at someone who is vegan willingly, because that person is purposely malnourishing themselves. That person is purposely harming themselves and calling it animal liberation. The fact of the matter is, I know I say this every single fucking video, and it even gets on my nerves. We can't make consumerist choices and change the world. I'm sorry. Maybe to some extent you can, but in the grand scheme of things, you cannot. You can't just buy the right brand and everything's going to be cool. You can't just buy the right brand and the world's going to be changed. Okay? I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Anyway, I said all that, and let's get back to this person's other comment, and this is insane. Okay? This is proof. These people are not mentally okay. I know that people seek out negativity on the internet. I know that they're trying really hard. People are purposely trying to troll, basically, whether that's a conscious decision or a not conscious decision, okay? But someone who makes this comment on, how many words is this? Well, how many words? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I made a 6-word comment on a post about a kitten that nearly died because 2 idiots tried to feed it a vegan diet. Yet this person goes and says this from the 6-word comment that I made. You should have read it before you started running your thumbs absent-mindedly. You commented here like a typical insecure, untriggered, meat-swallowing shit, thinking this is a wonderful opportunity to trash vegans. Just about every opportunity is a wonderful opportunity to trash vegans. But anyway, conveniently forgetting you do worse to the same age and species of animals every day you shop your soap and shampoos and deodorants. Okay, how do you know what I buy? How do you know that from my 6-word comment? I don't know how you deciphered that from a 6-word comment, but apparently this person knows for a fact that I only buy products that support animal testing. Again, delusional as fuck. Okay, being a degenerate that supports slavery, rape, torture, and slaughter is never normal, no matter what you or some YouTube documentary cooked up by your sicko kind says. So the vast majority of human beings on the planet eat meat. Oh, because we're meant to. Because it's a standard part of our diet. Because that's literally how we evolved from being less sophisticated apes, was we found more complicated tools and we found more involved ways of cooking meat and preserving meat, and that's why we are where we are, right? But that makes me a degenerate who, like, stating a fact makes me a degenerate who supports slavery, rape, and torture and slaughter? What in the fuck? How, I don't know how you get, how do you get, I guess I, just kidding, I do know. You get here by being vegan. When you are hangry, y'all tell me if you've done some outrageous, unreasonable stuff when you were merely hungry. I know that you have. Okay? Your commenting here is proof of how hypocritical you people are. Crying laugh face. Again, me saying that vegans are delusional and this poor kitten suffered because of it makes me hypocritical. You can literally see how, what's the word I'm looking for? Disconnected and irrational this person is. Simply from my 6-word comment, he or she got to this conclusion that I support rape, torture, slavery, and slaughter. Whoa. That is a hangry person if I've ever seen one. Thank you for watching my video, and just remember, vegans are mentally ill.